this one's mostly for the founder CEOs out there. It's time to let go. Yes, your company is your baby, and your natural urge is to retain control over every detail, but doing it all yourself is the most effective way there is to stall your company's growth. For your business to thrive, you must learn to delegate and leverage other people's time and resources. Your ability to engage in strategic thinking, as well as the empowerment and growth of your team, demand it. Now, there are 4 critical reasons why you must learn to delegate. Firstly, and most obviously, there are only so many hours in a day. Your time is your most valuable resource and the only one you can't get more of. You might feel at times that it's easier and faster to handle tasks yourself, but continuing to be hands-on will torpedo your ability to scale. By leveraging your team to solve problems, you multiply your effectiveness. And it's often said that billionaires have the same 24 hours in a day as the rest of us, but thanks to leverage, that's just not true. For example, when Bill Gates was running Microsoft at its peak with over 50,000 employees, he wasn't operating on 24 hours a day. If you assume each of those employees worked for 8 hours, he was deploying over 400,000 hours of effort every single day. Imagine what you could do with that. On top of this, by keeping hold of decisions and tasks, you're actually stunting the growth of your team. If you don't delegate, your people will never have the chance to realize their potential. But if you do, you'll see skills and confidence flourish that significantly accelerate your progress towards your goals. When a team from the Harvard Business Review looked closely at how delegation enhances performance, one of their key findings was that employees who are trusted with more responsibility were 31% more engaged and 25% more productive. In itself, that's worth letting go for. And there are plenty of examples of companies where delegation has enabled growth, such as the gradual approach Reed Hastings took to relieving himself of responsibility for key functions, which allowed global expansion and empowered people to take bold actions at Netflix, like launching the company's streaming service. Just from a cost perspective, it also makes sense to get as much off your desk as possible. As a CEO, you are the most expensive resource in the company, and even if that's not true from a salary point of view, you come with an extremely high level of opportunity cost and should be spending your time on value-adding activities that only you can execute, like forming strategy and making big decisions. McKinsey found that CEOs who delegate operational tasks see 30% higher growth rates in their companies, as they can focus on innovation, partnerships, and strategic planning. At Amazon, Jeff Bezos' willingness to step out of the day-to-day operations of the business allowed him to concentrate on long-term growth initiatives like Amazon Web Services, which is one of the company's largest revenue sources. Now, despite this, Inc. magazine have discovered that the average CEO spends 72% of their time in meetings or dealing with operational issues. So it doesn't take much to elevate yourself above the mean and leverage in your own time more effectively. Above all, though, your involvement in the decision-making process creates a bottleneck that slows down growth. You are a single point of failure, and the business cannot run smoothly without you. There are countless examples of businesses where this is the case, and when CEOs let go, their companies grow faster. Sarah Blakely has talked about this at length as a key factor in the rapid scaling of Spanx, for example. Holding on to many tasks early in the life of the business limited her ability to scale, but when she stopped hoarding responsibilities, growth accelerated. Letting go is hard, but there are some simple steps you can take to get started and build momentum. Start with the easy stuff, small, non-critical tasks that get you comfortable with handing over control before you start to move on to more significant responsibilities. And when you do hand responsibilities to your team, empower them and resist the urge to micromanage. Set clear expectations, of course, and provide guidance where it's needed, but allow people to make their own decisions. Hire people whose skills complement your own, and who are better at the things you need them to do than you are. And use technology to support you. There are plenty of productivity and communication tools that allow you to assign tasks and monitor progress without getting in the way. There may well be some mental barriers holding you back too. Many founders struggle with a version of imposter syndrome, and they feel that they need to be busy in order to prove their worth. But your role changes as your company grows, and you're no longer the primary doer in your team. Your job is actually now to lead the group in the right direction. Letting go will help you to focus on the bigger picture. So delegation is not just a tool for making your life easier, it's essential to your company's growth. By stepping out of the day-to-day and by empowering your team, you'll unlock the full potential of your business and allow it to scale faster and more effectively than ever before. As a first step, today identify one task you can delegate and pass it to someone on your team. If you're nervous, don't be. You're about to go faster than you ever thought possible.